A Kissimmee, Florida. Auburn Tiger legend. Brent Fullwood to the microphone. What's up,
Not
Mr.
much,
Fullwood?
just kicking it with you guys.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Fullwood, what's been going on with you these days, sir? We know you're legendary. You're around in these streets. Auburn legend. What's been going on with you these days, sir?
Legendary?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get into it.
They say you got to do something to be legendary. I ain't did nothing yet. I'm still seeking it.
You still seeking?
I'm
Really?
still seeking.
What's going on with you these days, sir?
Oh, just still do a little coaching, sit at the house, try to be a husband, cut some grass. Yeah, man, it's hard, boy, when you're married, boy. Because you don't know if you're the man or the woman when you're washing dishes, cleaning the house. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all.
Your wife right there. Ain't no start nothing up in here.
Yeah. Let me ask the question now, Glaze. You're gonna get all us in trouble in here. So let's start with this. How does a young fella out of Florida end all the way over in Auburn, Alabama?
Well, since you want to be nosy.
Right,
I guess
we get in your business.
I guess I better tell you.
Let's do it.
If y'all Georgia guy, Herschel Walker wouldn't have jumped the broom, I probably would line it up in Georgia.
Wow.
Since you're asking questions.
Didn't know that. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, but you're being nosy.
Yeah, well, that's our job. that's our job. Didn't know that. Georgia Bulldog fan, another recruit we lost.
So when you got to Auburn,
man,
you get there and you sit around and you get to meet Pat Dye. How was it playing for Coach Dye?
Pat Dye was probably one of the down-to-earth guys you probably want to meet in your life because he gave me an opportunity. And that's any young guy that's going out there, that's all you ask for is an opportunity to show your talent.
Right.
If you don't show your talent, that's your fault.
Right.
So I got the opportunity to show my talent.
A lot of talent. Let's talk about these break. Favorite running backs watching in college. What was it about that Auburn offense that excited you on Saturday afternoons?
But anybody that got an offensive line like I had back when I was in school, and along with Bo, and we was always taught first level is not yours. Is you work second and third level. So they handled their first level, so we took care of the second and third level. And one-on-one, we always figured we the best.
So you talk about it, you get there, and in part of that backfield, y'all was one of the most magical backfields in SEC history, you and Bo. How was it working to practice? When y'all was in practice, was it a competition between you two? What was it like when y'all was back there in those days working against with each other, trying to get them? Because it wasn't but one ball, Brent. It wasn't but one ball. Yeah.
At some point in time, I think that was a problem.
It was only one back then.
I think that was a problem back then. But somehow or another, we worked it out and got it figured out. But it was fun. It was always competition because it wasn't just Bo and myself. We had a couple more guys, Tommy Agee, Lionel James, Carl Collins, and so forth. We had a bunch of running backs then. If you didn't show up, you wasn't gonna play.
Well, I'm gonna skip a little bit. I'm gonna skip around with all my questions because people got so many for you. Your senior year, you lead the SEC in rushing. Coming into that camp, did you see a big season on the horizon, or you just was? I'm just gonna put the work in.
Every day I work hard. I was never a type of person that didn't go out there and didn't practice. I was trying to make myself better every time I went on the football field, whether it's practice or the game. And it just helped me for what I had to do. I ain't have to say, oh, this is a bad day or this is a good day. I just go out there every day and just give it what I have.
So you get in there and you're playing and you're getting in this SEC. First thing you notice about the SEC, because it's been a slobberknocker for many decades. Back then, there was a lot of painful hits and things coming out of the SEC. Talk about playing in the SEC back then.
Well, one thing about this, they didn't lie. It was a bunch of hard hits. So, I always feel, and I told everybody, man, it just feel like it's 13 folks out there instead of 11. Because you think you got one, but then there go another one. You think you got him, then there go three more.
They just popping up.
I think the referees played on the other squad, too.
So, let me ask you this, Brent, because I always thought that the counter play was your best play. But y'all ran a lot of toss. What was your favorite play to run in the Auburn offense?
That's a good one right there. That's a good one because I like the counter and the toss. Because the toss, I can just outrun you, and with the counter, I finesse you a little bit more. So, it was some all of it, but it was fun.
So did y'all even need a quarterback back then? Was he just there to hold the ball and just give it to y'all?
I think he was just there to hold the ball.
Sounds like, I mean, y'all was up and down the field. You got Drew Bo. I mean, what was his purpose? Did he play action every now and then?
Well, he called the plays. Called the plays and told us where to go and move out the way.
Get out the
So
way.
he was being a quarterback. They didn't want to get hit. They just want to call the play and give you the ball.
Did he ever want to say? Did he ever go to Coach Dye and Coach, can I attempt 5 to 7 passes? Do we have to hand off every play?
Nah, back in my day, my senior year, they passed too much. Jeff Berger throw that ball a lot, boy. He throw that ball a lot. And I was asking Coach Dye, something ain't right. Because when Bo was playing, he was getting the rock 30, 40
That's
times.
what I say, yeah.
I'm getting the ball 16, 17. Something ain't right.
The numbers didn't add up right.
They did not.
So when y'all used to line up back, and we're probably going to run to the break on this question. I want you to think about it. So when you back there, y'all saying we got to run this wishbone sometimes. And they getting a little nervous back there. You ready for that. You know everybody going to try to get both, so you knew you was going to get on the other side and get what you got to get, right?
Oh, I was going to get me. That's one thing. I was not like a confidence playing football. Never. So they give me the ball, you just got to make the best of it.
That's what's up, man. Y'all got to hear that, man. If you got a superstar, get yours in, too, and be a superstar yourself.
When you see these offenses today, would you have enjoyed playing in this like zone read attack? What are your thoughts as a running back looking at the zone read?
All I said, what my brother-in-law say, Lord, it would have been some stuff. I think it would have been some 400-yard games. With this offense they going now, boy. Whew. Yeah. And the speed we had, boy.
Hey, man, we're about to take us a quick break. We come back. We got more of Mr. Fullwood. Stay with us. It's The Crush.
Become the new you at Cobb County Kia. Get 0% APR financing for 75 months on select new 2017 and 2018 Kia Forte, Sportage, Sorrento, and Optimus. Kia has been voted #1 in initial quality by J.D. Power for the second year in a row. Shop Cobb County Kia in Kennesaw and CobbCountyKia.com. Down payment will vary with APR and credit. For example, 0.0% APR with 25% down payment provides for 75 monthly payments of $13.33 per 1,000 finance for qualified buyers. APR finance available through KMF to qualified buyers. See dealer for complete details.
JBT 700 Miami Circle 30324. It's not a chain, it's a chain reaction.
Invest $49 a month at a real gym.
For more info, go to facebook.com/Jeans
Body Tech.
Great leaders aren't born, they're made. And not just anywhere. They're made in special places by special qualified trainers in places like the Academy of Creative Coaching. The Academy of Creative Coaching is an international certification program with courses in health and wellness coaching, spiritual coaching, relationship coaching, executive coaching, life coaching, and cultural competency coaching. Courses are online, hybrid, or face-to-face. The Academy of Creative Coaching is empowering coaches to empower the world. Make a positive change in yourself and the world. Go to academyofcreativecoaching.com.
Coming to Tampa Bay, I said we want to win a Super Bowl, and I believe we will.
From IamSecond.com.
We came close, but never really did win that championship.
Former NFL head coach Tony Dungy.
At the end of my 6th year, I was fired, and it was one of the biggest disappointments of my life. Next year, I'm in Indianapolis, get to the playoffs, but get knocked out again. And for the next couple of years, it's the same thing. Everyone is saying Colts are never going to win one. And I did wonder, why didn't it pan out the way I thought it would? But I determined that I had to have Christ first, and that everything else came below that, including my own desires. The next year, that ended up being our year to go to the Super Bowl and win it. And it was a wonderful feeling. Every decision I make, I'm going to make it through the lens of Jesus Christ. And He guide us to that ultimate victory. I'm Tony Dungy, and I am second.
One of the most dominant home court.
You can't touch me, you're not man enough.
And that's all she wrote.
We're back, man, in our crushing interview brought to you by Oracle Software. Talking to Brent Fullwood, the legendary, playing in And what did you know about yourself when you got to Auburn? When did you know I could play on this level? I'm sure you knew when you came out of high school, but when did you really know I could play on this level? I could play in the SEC.
That's a good question. Because like I told you earlier, one thing I was not shy of playing football. That was something I learned way back, I guess, when I first started when I was 5, 6 years old. I can run and I can dodge people, and I wasn't afraid.
Get to what you got to get to.
Hey, man, I was from the South, bro. You know what they did in the South. Them folks ran us.
Yes, they did.
I always just try to figure out. We had a conversation early in the week. So a couple of weeks ago, I made you our athlete of the week, and a lot of people chimed in. They were like, "Well, he should have went to Florida State, or he should have went to Florida." Were those schools not interested, or you weren't interested in those schools?
I should have went to Auburn because that's where I went. Because if I would have stayed in Florida, I probably would have been a 0. Because there's just so many friends and people you meet down there, and you do the wrong thing instead of doing the right thing. And I just think that would have hampered me because I was so friendly and talked to folks. So I had to get away from the folks that I relied on and lived so close to. So I figured by going to Auburn or either to University of Georgia, somewhere to get away from them. But there's nothing that I didn't like them. I just felt I needed to get away from them.
Right. And when you're there playing at Auburn, when you played that other team in Alabama,
oh God,
and the other squad, what did that do to you? You just had to put something on them when you played them. I know.
You found out in a hurry when you get to Auburn, Alabama. You hate Alabama.
No question.
It's just you just hate them. Yeah. Everything about them. They color the elephant. I don't know how they get an elephant in toilet paper, but that's what they do. But anyway, it's just you hate them. And for them 3 hours that we playing, I hate them. Yeah. That's a bad word, but I hate them. After the game, I'll talk to you.
During that 3 hours, though.
3 hours, I can't stand you.
Is that a class they teach at these universities? Because I had a cousin that played at Alabama, and matter of fact, he was like, "Man, why you got Brent Fullwood on the show?" And I say, "Man, we got to spread the love."
But he'll be all right. he ain't playing today. Just love me 9, then hate me in 3 hours when we play.
Love you.
So the Auburn, Alabama hate is real.
Oh, yeah, it is real.
It's very real.
It's very real.
So basically, love you all the other hours of the year, just them 3 hours. We just can't tell. Playing on Legion Field.
Now, Legion Field, boy, like playing out there in that parking lot.
That's what we just...
Boy, I think they just sprayed some paint on that thing and go at it.
By that other day, I was like,
on that concrete.
They played out here.
Oh, dude, that was awful.
So that was Glade's first time going over there. He didn't realize Legion Field sat in the middle of the hood.
Dead in the middle of the hood.
Dead in the middle of the hood.
Take your car to the hood, come back, you ain't got no tires.
Did y'all play all your games in the day?
Most of them. This has to be a 1 o'clock game.
1 o'clock? Okay.
We need every helicopter circling the state.
Whole Legion Field. I was just looking at that, told myself, man, they play here. Auburn, Alabama, all these great traditional games was here.
We pull up to the stadium. He like, wait a minute, hold on. I said, yeah, dog, yeah. This is why they was in a hurry to get back over to Tuscaloosa and work on something on campus.
Yeah. I think the highway was softer than Legion Field. That field was hard, man.
The road was soft. It's a hard road, yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, man. Because you had your little patches.
Yeah.
You think you're on some grass, but you're not on no grass. You're on concrete.
And that's when you get tackled hard. It's right. Hey, man, we couldn't wait to the grass.
Hey, man, hold on. Let me get about 2 more steps.
2 more yards. That's all I need, bro.
Put the ball on the other half. Ref, get the ball on the other half. Thank you, sir.
Hey.
So here, senior year, All-American honors, all of this good stuff. It's time to get ready for the NFL draft. What were your thoughts before you even got drafted?
I didn't even know I was going to be drafted, to be honest with you.
Wow.
Did no one show interest in Brent Fullwood.
Really?
Yeah, about a month later, I had to go, because I went back home, I had to go back to Auburn to do a workout for him.
So you didn't go to the combine?
I wound up going to the combine, but I went back to Auburn and did a workout for him, and then I had to wind up, then they wanted me to go to the combine because they said I couldn't run that fast. So they made me go to the combine on their clock.
He ain't that fast.
So they didn't believe what you ran at Auburn.
No.
But if they cut the film on, I mean, you ran away from everybody. I don't ever remember nobody catching you.
One.
The Tennessee game.
Terry McDaniel, but everybody don't know Terry McDaniel. They need to Google. He one of the fastest guys in the country.
But you had already ran for about 80.
I know, but I won that other 10. Dog, it was a 92-yard touchdown, the longest in history. So he messed me up.
It should have ran a toss sweet. It was a counter.
Straight up the middle.
I
would say straight down Peachtree.
Straight down Peachtree. Wow.
That's stupid.
So why he get himself together? Why you played them? Since we in Georgia, we played that Georgia game every year. Last game of the season. Playing them Bulldogs every year. How was it?
That was a tough ball game. That was another big rivalry. But I didn't hate them. I just disliked them bad.
Now, you just said that they didn't pick you up because of somebody else that was in
No, I had an offer. I could have went and played for Vince Dooley.
Oh.
But Hershey messed that up.
Yeah.
Hershey decided he wasn't going to get that $100 million. I don't know why he would do that, but, $100 million. I think I would have probably left too, though.
Yeah. I was about to say, you would have turned it down?
No, sir.
That USFL check would have been good for a little while, wouldn't it?
A long while.
Were you shocked that Bo decided to play baseball instead of football? Did you? I mean, you guys are good friends. Did he ever talk to you? Did you guys ever talk about that?
We knew going in that he said if Tampa Bay picked him, he going to play baseball.
Oh.
So we knew that going in. So
I'm not wearing the ugly uniform.
I would have wore it, bro, for that money.
Yeah.
I would have been wearing some ugly orange.
Just like that orange.
Just that orange.
So you get to up north. You play up north. Green Bay. Conditions change a little bit up there. When you first get up there, what's your thoughts?
Oh, I need a big coat. I need a huge coat. A blanket.
But it's hot in the summertime in Green Bay.
If you want to call 72 hot, that's hot.
Make sure say you call that 72.
If you want to call 72 hot, then it's smoking. So, but that probably, you got 83, it probably was a heat wave that day.
The first time you witnessed the cold weather. We got to go break.
We come back.
Think about that one.
We're going to finish with our guy. So,
Boy.
got the cold weather question coming up. Stay with us.
Hey, man.
If you're a single man under the age of 35, you'd probably like to know what the ladies are looking for on an online dating site. A guy who had a few drinks and later got pulled over for buzzed driving. See, that could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. And doesn't a guy who's back living with his parents but calls them my roommates just scream Mr. Right?
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the ad.
Major key alert. Life is like school. You will be tested, so pass it.
Learn the real major keys to getting to college at GetSchooled.com. Brought to you by Get Schooled and the Ad Council.
No word in the English language is less convincing than probably.
Are you sure we should get matching tattoos on our first date?
Sure. We'll probably stay together.
Probably? It's been 23 minutes since I ate. I can probably swim.
You should wait 30 minutes.
Okay, now tell me what to do.
Cannonball!
Cramp! Oh, I have a cramp. I can probably hit the green from here. Probably. Can I get a mulligan? Ready to go?
Hey, are you sure you're okay to drive?
Yeah, I'm pretty sober. Yeah, I'm probably... Drinking and driving. If you're drinking, call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Marie Callender's knows that you may not have time to roll out dough for a perfectly flaky crust that's made from scratch. Or enough time to mix vegetables with all white meat chicken and a homemade gravy. She knows you may not have a moment to crimp the edges of your favorite chicken pot pie. But Marie Callender's does. And when she's done, all you need to do is find time to grab someone special. Sit down, and savor. Marie Callender's, it's time to savor.
This is Coach Greg Thompson. Tune in to The Crush on SSNATL.com.
Hey, we're back. Still doing our question interview with our guy, Brent Fullwood. Make sure what the question you had before we left.
So, first time you witnessed that Green Bay winner.
I wish I was back in South Florida. With no coats, no shoes, no houses, warm enough to be in.
That's crazy.
That was cold.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's cold up there. Lord have mercy.
A kid coming from Florida, was this always your goal to make it through every? Because, I mean, you came from Florida, you played in the big leagues in the SEC, and then you made it to the league. Would you say this was, if you had a dream, this was your dream, was to make it to these levels?
My dream, I wanted to be Marky Morris. And I was a Dolphin all my life growing up.
You were 22 because of that, too. Yep.
That was my guy. And I just like the way he played the game, how he made people miss.
So you say you're coaching now. What is it about the game today that you see that does it sit good with Coach Fullwood, or you just like, yeah, man, these kids.
That's another whole topic and another whole day. These kids these days is not the way we was at all.
Poacher.
Do they? Is it just because, and just to hit on that, do they have that work ethic, or is it just that we're in a sport different area? What is it about today's generation?
I think they just got too much to do these days. They got cars, they got cell phones, they got bicycles, and we had to walk and cut grass.
Everything was manual labor and get what you
right.
got to get.
Because we were getting reps and didn't even know we were getting reps.
Didn't even know it.
Yeah.
Didn't even know what Mama was prepping us for. Out there, bye.
No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
None.
Wow. What is it like when you go back to Auburn now?
I don't go back much, just for the simple fact I just, believe it or not, I'm a self person. I stay to myself. Now, I try not to bother nobody. I don't see myself as quote unquote a celebrity or anybody. I just see myself as Brent and just helping to make it.
You lucky I didn't play at Auburn and my name was Brent Fullwood.
No, you lucky.
Nah, I'd be down there, boy. I'd be like, soon as they put up that statue of Cam. What mine? No statue of me right here, and y'all know who I am. But that's just me, Brent. I'm glad you're a humble guy, not me.
But do you realize
not me.
When people talk about you like what we were doing today, that what you were part of, because that was a special backfield. Let's be real about it. You guys back in the Auburn days, y'all were special. I mean,
I'm gonna show them what everybody said about it.
There was a lot of great running backs in that day. Herschel, you, Bo, but y'all were special back then. Do you realize, and do you ever come to think about what you were able to do back then?
No, but like we said earlier, that was our way out. And I see it as my way out, and I did what I had to do to help my mom. And I just think a lot of our guys back then in our days, we were really doing stuff for our parents to show them how we appreciate them.
Well, like I said, you might not realize it, but when your name comes up in all of these stories, I can remember the first time Eddie was like, man, I was hanging, man, I was Fullwood. I was like, what? The great Brent Fullwood? But sometimes do you ever just kind of sit back and be like, you know what? Yeah, I was all right.
No, it'll tell you something. From day one we met, this just been me. I don't see it that way.
I sure be hyping it. He'll tell you every time I get, hey, man, call Fullwood, man. See if Fullwood got jerseys around that I can get.
Ooh, that's a touchy situation with some folks in this room.
I saw some eyebrow raised.
I better not talk about that one, bro. That'll put me out the door tonight. I give up a jersey, but call me.
So if you summed up your career, how would you sum it up?
I think I came out blessed. I came out, pretty much with all my limbs. I just had my total knee replacement, and it's been hard. But other than that, like I said, I was blessed. I'm doing decent. I ain't where I needed to be or where I was, but I'm living good.
NFL, SEC legend, Pro Bowler. Hey man, you put in work, dog.
If you can't put in work, don't play the game.
Don't play the game.
Boy, let me tweet that right quick. That's a tweetable moment right there from the great Brent Fullwood.
When you get a chance to talk to kids, I saw once you went and talked to some of the Auburn running backs back in the day. What do you tell them? What do you try to tell them about? What are some of the main things you want them to know about being on that level and get to that level?
Well, like I always tell everything, you got to stay focused. If you don't stay focused and your eyes on the prize, you won't get there. You can't let people pull you off and the first thing you holler, oh, well, I was with him or I was with her. No, you got to stay focused and keep it in the middle of the road, because if you're leading off one way or the other, you won't make it.
Do you really? And it's crazy to hear. We all say the same thing, and these big heads continue to do something crazy until they get caught up in them. Like, you know what? I should have listened. Just listen the first time. What's wrong with that?
Because they got 3 strikes. They feel they got 3 strikes, and they're going to use 2 of them.
They're going to try to chip that 2 in. You say I got 3, I'm going to use 2.
I'm going to use 2 of them.
May be close to the 3rd.
Might even use that 3rd.
If I got it.
Now, one thing I do know, the way this social media is today, you wouldn't have been a big fan of this right now as a player.
What?
All this Twitter and Facebook and
all
all
that. Oh, Lord. I don't even know. I don't even do. I barely text.
He barely texts. And that's a good way to be, man. You know, get it there.
From the legend himself, y'all.
Thank you, Mr. Fullwood. We appreciate you coming in, sir.
No problem, man. Anytime.
Hey, man. Y'all here? The man say he humble. Thank you, Mr. Fullwood. We come back, man. We got
If it
another
was
guy
me.
from Florida making it to Georgia.
If it was me.
We'll stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey, become the new you at Cobb County.